Okay, so this lesson is on quadratic regression, which is basically getting a quadratic equation from a calculator. The best way to do this is Desmos, so that's how I'm going to demonstrate these notes. And so these are the directions. And so I'm going to go ahead and open up Desmos, always going to the test practice and choosing Texas star. Okay, and so whenever you have a table, it says write a quadratic regression equation for the following data. We're going to round all coefficients to the nearest tenth. And so whenever you have a table, you're going to put this table into Desmos. And so you click the plus sign, choose table, and it automatically fills in x1, y1. So you're going to type your x's in the x1 column. So 17, 19, 23, 28. You have to type every single number because you want your data to be as accurate as possible. And then typing the y's in the y1 column. Take your time. You don't want to mess up a number. Okay, and then if you zoom out, you'll see Desmos kind of plotting some of those. Yeah. And so it's kind of making a quadratic shape. And so we want to get the equation for that. And so to get the equation, we refer to the table by, we want an equation that looks like ax squared plus bx plus c. And so to type this into Desmos and refer to that table, we have to put y1 and then a tilde symbol, and then a x1 squared plus bx1 plus c. So basically changing your equal sign to a tilde and adding little subscripts of ones after the variable. So y1, it automatically puts it in the subscript. You don't have to do anything special for that. And then tilde is right below the b. And then a, and then x1 squared. That's the hardest part. Just type the 1, then the squared button. Plus bx1 plus c. Okay, and then scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the parameters a, b, and c. And so since it says round to the nearest tenth, tenth is 1 decimal place. And so our a value would be negative 0 point, and then 0.9 would round to 1. And then our b value and our c value. So our b value is 6.4. And then our c value is negative 50.19, but that would round up to 2. And so when we write the equation, it would be negative 0.1x squared plus 6.4x minus 50.2. Okay, and then they want us to answer some follow-up questions. So what is the y value when x equals 50? And so now we can use that equation to figure that out. And so it already graphed it here in black for us. And so if I type in x equals 50, that's the red line. I just click on the intersection. And so when x is 50, y is 40.003. And so y would be about 40. And then now they want to know what is the x value when y is 50. And so I'm going to change x equals 50 to y equals 50. That's the red line up here. So there's two options. And so I'm going to zoom in so I can click on them. One of them would be 23. And we'll use 3 decimal places like they did. Or 45.867. Okay, and so we can do the same thing for this next example. I'm going to clear it and start over. And so your first step is get your table, enter all your x values, and then all your y values. That's the most tedious part. And then y1 tilde a x 1 squared plus b x 1 plus c. So this time they said nearest hundredth. That's 2 decimal places. Okay, and so our a value is negative 0.58. Our b value is 19.81. Our c value is negative 86.45. So when we write our equation, it's negative 0.58x squared plus 19.81x minus 86.45. Okay, first question, we want to know the x value when y equals 48. So I've got my green graph here. I'm going to type in y equals 48. 2 options. Zoom in to make sure you click on the actual intersection. So one option is x equals 9.389. I always just keep 3 decimal places. They may specify what to round to. 24.489. Next question, what is the y value when x equals 25? The y value, would be 43.334.